Hello. One of the main purposes of this reality, also known as planet Earth, which is a school, that's precisely what it is, it's a school, is to learn how to relinquish your control as it relates to the external world, because the ego is always trying to control the external world in order to feel safe. So we don't want to demonize the ego. But it's an illusion and a delusion to think that you can change the external world, that you can cut off a job or cut off a family member, and that's going to make you happy. Because karma is a real thing. What you put out comes back like a boomerang, and a lot of times it hits you in the face. So one of the main lessons that we're here to learn is to release our control. You can also think of it as your resistance, to stop trying to wiggle out of the relationship that you're in, or of the situation that you're in, or of the job that you're in. Stop trying to wiggle out of that situation if you're unhappy, but you keep going or you keep staying, because that's a contradictory energy. And I see a lot of people make this mistake. They're in something, they know they're not going to leave it, but then they constantly complain about it. Does that make any sense to you? No, it doesn't make any sense. So you have to pick a side. You're either going to stay and learn how to shift your mindset, learn how to rework your internal world, how you perceive your husband, how you perceive your wife, giving more love, giving more kindness, spreading more joy at your workplace, even if you don't like it. Remember, everything is teaching you something about yourself. If you're unhappy, no one's doing that to you. You're just simply allowing yourself to stay. So if you're going to stay, that unhappiness is yours. You have to go within yourself. You have to get in touch with your internal world and examine the beliefs that you hold about reality at large that keep you in that situation. Most of your beliefs were formed in your childhood based on how your parents treated you. Did they nurture you properly? No, I hear you say. No, they didn't. How were you conditioned by society? Yeah, this is what has shaped you as an individual. It has shaped your beliefs. Those beliefs get projected onto the world, and that's the reality that you experience. Me and you can be standing right next to each other, but we're experiencing an entirely different reality. Why? Because I've been shaped the way that I've been shaped, and you've been shaped the way that you've been shaped, so we're broadcasting a different signal. That signal gets projected outwardly, and then when you step into your world every day, when you step into your life every day, that life is an extension of what's going on in here. So it doesn't matter if you cut off family members or if you decide to quit a job abruptly. That's not going to make your unhappiness go away. That unhappiness is stemming from a deeper belief that you hold about yourself that was instilled in you through your parents, that you then project onto the world and onto people in your life. Those people aren't responsible for you saving yourself. Okay? What you need to start doing is adopting an attitude of gratitude. See, you're complaining about your job or your relationship, but that job or relationship is supporting you as you figure it out. So you have to be grateful that it's putting money in your pocket until you figure it out. You have to be grateful that you at least have a companion, even if you've fallen out of love with them, that is there for you as you figure it out. So extend kindness. Be appreciative for everything that the universe has given you. This is how you start to rewire yourself from the inside out. When you rewire yourself, when you rework your beliefs about reality, your reality has no choice but to bend to your new beliefs, to the new way that you're perceiving yourself, i.e., life. Does that make sense to you? So basically, what you want to do is release the resistance as it relates to what you're in right now, because the universe hasn't haphazardly placed you there. It's placed you there to learn a deeper lesson. to learn how to surrender, to stop trying to control your external world. Okay? That's part of the illusion. You can't change the external world. All you can do is ask yourself, why am I still at this job? Oh, I need money. But am I happy? No. That means that I have a fear around money, around safety, around security. That fear is yours. It doesn't matter how many jobs you quit. That fear is yours, and that job is a gift because it's activating in you that deeper fear that's been with you since you were young. Okay? So the solution isn't to just quit your job and say sayonara, everybody. If you do that, that's okay. There's no right answer. But then you have to be willing to face off with the fear that was always inside of you. That fear is going to manifest as, oh my God, I'm running out of money. Yeah, but that's just a limiting belief. It's a fear that's keeping you small, right? So this is about aligning your internal system, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. If there are two of these bodies, emotional body, physical body, spiritual body, mental body, that are like fighting, it's like a battle inside, then you're not in alignment. So commit to whatever you're doing, commit to whatever you're in, because then you're going to get all of your bodies, your emotional body and so on the same page. That's where it starts. You have to get them to harmonize. How do you do that? Instead of huffing and puffing when you're at your work, try to understand why you're there. I have a fear around money. No one forced me to be here. I get it. So I'm going to be grateful for the job because it's providing me more time to discover what my purpose is. Cool. And in my highest potential, I'm going to be a very impactful and influential person, which means that I'm going to be a really good person, which means that I should be good to the employees at the job or good to the customers that walk in. Same thing for your relationship. If you're constantly nagging your husband or your wife, are you not going to do that to the next partner? Of course you will, because that control mechanism is inside of you. It's inside of you. It's not out there. Don't get twirled up and tied up in the illusion that you can change the external world and that's going to make you happy, because it's not. Only you can save yourself. Only you can start to infuse more love and joy into your life. You have to start imagining that you don't have a head. You don't have a head. You don't have hands. You don't have eyes. You don't have a mouth. You don't have a nose. You have to imagine that you're just like this energy floating in this reality. And if you couldn't touch anything, it means that you wouldn't be able to quit your job. If you couldn't touch anything, it means that you wouldn't be able to leave your relationship because no one would hear you. Okay? So now you have to find peace from within yourself. And when you do that, you begin to raise your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, you eventually are no longer a match to your current situation. So what do you think happens then? The universe takes you and transports you to a different reality, to a different job, to a different relationship, because that previous situation has nothing left to teach you. Nothing left to teach you. So congrats, A+, gold star. You just graduated from that lesson, right? You didn't try to wiggle out of what you were in. You took responsibility for your reactions. You took responsibility for the fact that you're there, okay? You took responsibility, and in taking responsibility, you empowered yourself. And the universe now is clapping for you, and it says, cool, now we're going to eject you from this situation, and we're going to place you somewhere else where you can be of service to the universe, right? If you're not learning anything, you're no longer of service to the universe. So the universe is automatically going to displace you from that situation and into a new one. But remember, the only true reality is inside. You have to unwire yourself. You have to get rid of all your limitations. Keep investigating what's going on in you and start unplugging yourself from that. And then your reality will change. I love you.